here we go, man. Another day with Teofimo Lopez, man. Shout out to the brother 78 Sports TV, man. Salute to General. I seen him make a video about it and about Teofimo Lopez and what he said, referring to Terence Crawford as an N-word. I did my research, went online, immediately started seeing what he posted on Twitter. And while Teofimo Lopez was training, his dad was talking about Terence Crawford, you know, calling him a B and all of that. And you hear Teofimo Lopez say, where that N at with the ER? Where that N at with the ER? And then apparently he's trying to backtrack and say where that liquor at. But we all know that's not what he said. I've listened to the video multiple times. And, you know, this guy's is a bona fide clown. But who's going to do something about it? You still got Radio Raheem. You got all these people in his face. Nobody really confronts him about this. Terence Crawford, he did confront him. I believe him and his pops. And Teofimo Lopez did, no, man, it ain't. I'm just promoting myself. But something happened because he's always making comments. Remember, he came out a couple years ago and said, well, if they want to promote the effing black fighters, then go ahead. And you're calling Gervonta Tank Davis and them monkeys. And then when people confront you, oh, no, man, you know, it's not what I mean. And, you know, as a boxing fan, I try to be, I mean, we're all biased to a degree, but I try to be as non-biased as possible. And and I say this again, I rooted for Teofimo Lopez when he beat Lomachenko. I wasn't making videos back then, but I was rooting for him. And I was a big fan of him. And I said, okay, maybe he can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Or hell, even if he beat Devin Haney back in the day, it would have been what it was, right? But then he loses to George Kambosos. And then after this, you want to go on this rant against black fighters. And my thing is this, right? We know he allegedly had something happen with his wife. I won't get too deep into that. You know, him and his wife was going through problems, but I don't know if that's the reason. Yes, Terence Crawford did call his sister to B, like when he was taunting her when they was fighting in New York City, Teofimo Lopez, that is. But you've never heard Terence Crawford say a racist slur. And like Brother 78 said, when Devin Haney came out and said he'll never lose to a white boy, look how many people was after him and made him apologize and this, that, and the third. But why doesn't it get the same way on the other end? Even Ryan Garcia, when he went on his rants, the only people that actually even said anything remotely was the WBC. But these guys, they don't apologize. They can do what they want. But when it's somebody that look like me or y'all or Devin Haney or Terence Bud Crawford, we're held to this super gold standard that people will judge us on, but anybody else do it, they not perfect. I remember when I called Teofimo Lopez basically the biggest clown in boxing, it was brothers on there. No, Lucas, man, he not racist, bro. No, man, you tripping. Come on now. Y'all quick to pull these phones out and call out Karens and everybody else, but when it come to a fighter that you might have been a fan of, when he does something, we got all the excuses in the world for him, which is why I was rooting for George Kambosos to beat him. But yeah, man, this guy's a bona fide clown, but he's going to keep doing it. Nobody's going to ban him. Nobody's going to stop making videos about him. They're going to keep interviewing him, keep, as people say back home, skinning and grinning in his face, smiling and stuff. Teofimo Lopez has been on podcasts with black people calling other black fighters monkeys. And nobody says anything. The only reporter that actually had anything to say was the brother Nazi from Cigar Talk. He the only one that did it. Everybody else, they have nothing to say about it. You know why? Because they don't want to ruin relationships and all of that. But look, at the end of the day, if I say something and y'all try to ban me or Devin Haney or Terence Bud Crawford or Shakur Stevenson, then it should be the same way around. And I'm so sick and tired of people talking about boxing isn't about race. Boxing has always been about race. We can go all the way back to July 4th, 1910, between Jack Johnson and Jim Jeffries. And look how big that fight was. Look how much was promoted. Look how many people got lynched afterwards or lost their life. And you're going to sit here and tell me that boxing ain't about race? Get out of here, man. But I just want to get my quick thoughts about it. T.O.'s a clown, man. It is what it is. Let me know what y'all think.